Now the Government Accountability Office is reporting the government made $186 billion in improper payments. That's your money used for fraud, waste, and abuse. Senator Rand Paul joins me now. Senator, you always take on government waste. Thank God you do. In your Festivus report from the Seinfeld show, that's where that word came from. This is huge, though. $186 billion that could be used for other things, sent back to taxpayers and tax cuts, et cetera. What do you make of this report?
Well, the interesting thing is that this seems to go on year after year.
Yes.
This isn't brand new. This isn't the first report we've had of it, but then it doesn't seem to be corrected. Now, it's one of the things I liked about the Doge movement and Elon Musk coming in is they were actually looking at the nuts and bolts of how we correct these improper payments. Now, some of it is just plain stealing. So what's going on in Minnesota, particularly among the Somali community, I think we should just eliminate some of those programs. For example, if you come to this country legally, most immigrants aren't eligible for welfare for 5 years. But if you come on a special visa and you're called a refugee immigrant, you are eligible for all these welfare programs. I frankly would end that. I'm okay with people coming here. Some of the best people just got here, but they need to come for the American dream and for work and not for welfare.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't have any welfare. I put this forward several times, but the interesting thing is, of course, no Democrat has supported ending this welfare, but about half of the Republicans have supported keeping this welfare. So really my problem is not just the Democrats, it's many of the big spending Republicans that vote to keep this refugee welfare going.
Boy, you're on the right track on that one. Next one, you introduced a bill to authorize construction on the White House Ballroom. We certainly saw from events on Saturday how important such a thing is, but it's got to be private money. Once again, we don't want the taxpayer footing the bill, right?
Yeah, the latest assassination attempt should have us all step back and say, what can we do to protect the president? And this should be true whether it's President Trump or whether it's a Democrat president. They all deserve protection. And so I think the Ballroom will provide for a public venue with more security. The bill I have offered is to do it without additional taxpayer expense. So there are competing alternatives to go ahead and have the taxpayer pay for it. But the Trump administration has said they have raised the money for it. Yep. And so I think we should let it go forward with private funding. Ours has some checks and balances. There is a commission, a White House commission that I sit on. We voted 8-1 in favor of the building about a month ago, the addition. My bill would still have one further checkpoint, which would be the chairman of the Oversight Committee in the House, which is Jamie Comer now, and the chairman of Homeland Security in the Senate, which is me, would also have to review and approve plans. And so, but we're both on the commission already and have already voted in favor of this project. So I think it is the way to go, and I think there's a real urgency to it now.
Senator, I want to get to this issue because it's so near and dear to your heart. A former senior advisor at Dr. Fauci's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, he's facing charges now for allegedly attempting to hide federal records during the COVID pandemic. His name is David Morans. You actually referred him to the DOJ for criminal prosecution in 2024. What's your reaction to all this, quickly?
I'd say it's about time. He was a top lieutenant to Anthony Fauci. Anthony Fauci has denied really having a connection to him, but they worked together for 20 years. So there really are some questions about whether or not Moren's illegal activity also may have involved others at NIH. Yeah. There are 2 unnamed co-conspirators, and I think there may be more in this.
Well, they were trying to keep sensitive information from the public. We deserved to see it then. We deserve to see it now. Senator Rand Paul, thank you very much.